It's funny thing, is prior to these days of Leading Edge, I had heard people. We were doing Jiu Jitsu in Two Peeps CLI building. And I twisted out and his femur snapped. While I'm in Ashi, and he's like, hey man, are you okay? Because he thought it was my knee that just gone. I'm like, man, that wasn't me. Oh, and I'm like, I could feel it in my bones. It's that spiral fracture. This guy spiral fractured his femur. They pinned it back together, and he was still in Afghanistan with them like 2 months later. It's called soldiering the fuck on right there, eh?
I started with wrestling more than anything. That was in elementary, and I did that at LU Wrestling. After that, I kind of did more of a backyard wrestling type thing. And then I had my one buddy come in. He totally beat me black and blue. He told me that he'd been training Jiu Jitsu for a year or so then, and I wanted to figure out what that was, so I just asked him where he did it, and then I hooked up with Leading Edge.
I think like a lot of people back in the early 90s watching UFC, you know, seeing Hoist Gracie do his thing in there, and I figured I was a tough guy, and if he can do it, I can do it.
Well, it's pretty much my whole life, really. Train every single day. And my roommate was training here at Leading Edge, and he just dragged me out to class one day. And yeah, ever since then I'm hooked. I guess when I started, I didn't really know what I was getting into, and the more I train, like the more I keep showing up, there's always a reminder that I don't even know what I don't know yet.
You gain a whole lot of mental toughness, you gain confidence. I'm more forward now than I was before. I don't really take anybody's shit anymore. Kind of something I enjoy.
I have a violent temper, and you know, you come into an atmosphere like this, an environment like this, and it tends to make you a little more humble. You know, you come out of here, you don't want to fight anybody anymore. You don't want to argue with anybody anymore. You know, dulls the sharp end of the spear.
It's an outlet. It's a stress outlet. Stress from, you know, family stuff, stress from work stuff, and yeah, this place, what keeps me involved in coming here is the people. Great people here.
It's just such an open community here. I could come train any time of the day. There's always people here down to train. You get all walks of life in here. There's just like an openness in our gym, and everybody's here for each other.
You're a little bit out. Yeah, oh yeah, a little bit out. All I can do is like not fuck around and start to turn over. See that? Still not contemplating on apologizing.
The injuries that I've experienced, dislocated hands, thumbs, knee tweaks, ankle. I've had my ankle dislocated completely and popped back in and trained 3 days later. Probably minor concussions, overtraining, bruises, constant bruising, you name it. Neck pain, back pain, arm pain. Bursitis, elbows out to here. Draining them yourself, nasty stuff.
I bruised my ribs pretty bad. I got slammed by some guy. I wasn't doing my break falls properly. I was pretty new. It was like 2 months into training. Bruised my ribs, and I caught a cold like 2 days after I bruised my ribs. So every time you cough or take a deep breath or try to get out of bed, it's like, oh, like, why do I do this to myself? But then you show up the next day anyways, regardless, like in spite of yourself.
My ears are pretty banged up now. I love these things. These are great. It's I consider it my grappler's badge more than anything. People say they look pretty gross and pretty mangled, but I think it's just, again, part of the game. It's just one of those things you got to do to sacrifice it and become great.
Aches and pains are part of this. You know, me being a competition guy, I don't really admit to my injuries. I just suck them up sometimes. You know, you have to take days off. You just have to. Your body shuts down. You're fucking tired.
Well, I guess the ones that have the greatest impact are the elbows and the shoulders. That kind of brought everything to a grinding halt.
Major one was when I tore my ACL and meniscus. I was only 6 months in training, and I tore my ACL over some $2 metal. But I don't know, it just felt like it was worth so much more than that for some reason. Yeah, like the recovery, it's been pretty tough process. Like there's things I can't do now that I used to be able to do just fine. I remember like a week after the surgery or 2 weeks, you know, you'd be trying to sleep and you'd just get extremely painful muscle spasms that would just shoot out of your sleep. And so you can't even sleep like a normal person, and you have to train yourself to just walk again normally, right? Just like when you're grappling, like you see an opportunity come up and you see the opening for something, and you have to take another path. I just changed my goals so that jiu-jitsu was still in my life. But my main goal one day is to just be like an excellent coach. I want to be able to give back to Leading Edge, you know, specifically. I want to build jiu-jitsu here with my team, with my coaches, and teach their techniques and pass it on to other people, you know, keep that legacy going.
How do you attach a value to something that, you know, you'd say at one time arguably changed my life so that it saved it in a certain way, you know? I mean, how do you put value on that? You know, so is it worth it? I'm sure it was. I could be in jail or dead. Of course it's worth it.
I love coming here. Like I have 2 boys. I bring them here every single day, and for me not to be able to come here and participate, look, I was sick for about a year. I'm just recovering from it now, and I was here as much as I possibly could. I could do drills, and there was a point where I couldn't even do drills. And one of our members, basically one of our leading coaches, Matt Thorburn, basically babied me for a year, and he kept me here. And that is like, I get emotional thinking about it because I wouldn't probably be here without him. But yeah, it would suck shit because I'd lose my community. I wouldn't want to be in Thunder Bay. Anyways, cut that part out, you fuckers. No, it's okay. Yeah.